you doing today, bro?
Hello, Zuko here. What's up, you guys? Good to be back here in Orlando. Megacon in the house.
Let's go! Yes. No one has heard of you. It's really crazy. Like, I was asking questions, and they're like, who is this? We just thought we were coming in and sitting down for a little while. This room is packed.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. This is, I'm always flattered. Seriously, I've been around for like, I've been acting longer than most people in this room have been alive. I've been acting for 35 years. I know I've been acting on YouTube. So and so, yeah, I've just been around a long time. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, your excellence personified. You are literally...
Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch.
I'm just keeping it a buck, right? Okay, listen. You are 90s boy band energy as a person. You're the cool guy, the funny one, the bad one. Like, you're all the things.
That's crazy.
Am I lying?
Yeah, I know. You know, back in those days, you know, even now, I always ask a girl when I was single, like, yo, which boy in the boy band that you like? Because then I know exactly who you are.
Yeah. Then he spins around in a circle and he's like, that character.
I got that character.
I love it. Okay, again, I want to invite you guys to ask some questions. So there are microphones over here, so let's line it up. But let's talk about the beginnings, man. Acting has changed over the years.
Right.
What was it like when you first started?
Well, when I first started out in the whole game of entertainment, I started at the, I started at the ground level of entertainment.
Right.
And I don't know, it's different for everybody. Do you know what the ground level of entertainment is?
Well, in some cases, well, it depends on your age, actually. Because some people were like, ground level, that's YouTube. That's not what that is for you.
For me, the ground level was the actual ground. I was a street performer in San Francisco.
That's right.
B-boy in San Francisco. And we were on street freaks, and we would perform every weekend on, like, you know, Pier 39, Telegraph Avenue in Berkeley, and we were on the street, so we just started. People asked me, like, did you think you'd be doing all these different things? Like, no, I was a break dancer on the streets. I did not know I was going to, you know, make movies, star movies, write films, direct films, like, no clue. I was just spinning on my head.
Okay, I was going to ask you, what was your role? Were you a spin guy? Were you a pop lock?
I was like my original name was Poppin' Fresh. And I was a pop, but I was on my crew, I was like the utility dude. I could do everything pretty good. My power moves, I definitely was like a head spinner and had some flares and all that stuff, but I could pretty much do a lot of the moves of that era. I was on TikTok now, I watch all the new kids, and it's like, these dudes are fine. They're superheroes now, it's amazing.
I love it, but you are the foundation.
Yeah.
When was the last time you busted a move, though?
I still get down, I could still do it.
Yeah, we might have to put that to a challenge. I love it. Listen, you got people lined up. I want to hold them, so we're going to start off with Robin.
Robin.
Hello.
Boy Wonder, what's going on?
Flamio Robin.
What's your name?
Sunny.
What is it?
Sunny.
Hi,
Sunny. What's going on?
So I have a question. So I know the Fire Lord is super busy, of course.
Yes.
But at some point you managed to acquire a dragon, even though they were thought to be almost extinct. So do you have...
So did Khaleesi.
Thanks.
That was extinct, supposedly also.
Yeah.
So do you have in your mind like how that adventure went down? Like how did you acquire a dragon?
I mean, you know, during the dragon dance stuff.
Right.
I kind of feel like, you know, there's the Avatar stuff when the blue man Avatar when he goes and jumps on the dragon. how Jon Snow did it. I feel Zuko had to do a similar situation after finding that they're here. I think he had to go commune with the dragons, and it's one of those things you link up, and now we're connected.
I like that. They recognize your fire. That's what that
Yeah,
is.
they recognize the fire. Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you.
I also have to tell you something. I actually met one of my very, very close friends through writing Avatar fan fiction, mostly about Zuko. So just know that your character helped create a beautiful friendship.
Look at that. Aww. Thank you, Sonny. Thank you. Hello, friend. A little louder. There you go.
Yeah. Hey Dante, how's it going? I'm Zach. Nice to meet you.
Zach?
So I'm a big fan and been listening to the podcast that you and Janet Varney have been doing.
Awesome.
Super
Love
awesome.
it.
Really love it. So my question comes from that. Have you been, since you're now back in Florida, have you been able to see a manatee yet?
Ooh, this just got personal.
Well, Zach, no, I have not. Not yet. For people that don't know, I do a podcast with Janet Barney, the voice of Cora. It's called Breaking the Elements. And our first episode, we just got picked up for our second season, which started airing just a few weeks ago. But for our first episode, we talked about Appa. And Zach, did you know? Because not a lot of people know.
I'll be real now.
We all know there's a lot of hybrid animals. It's all hybrid animals in Avatar. What we did not know is that Appa was a hybrid animal, and he's part bison, because he's an air bison, we all know that, and he's part manatee.
Yeah.
Exactly! So there's a lot of fans like, what? And then I was like, hold on a second. I know what I know a manatee is, but it's not one of my animals in my visual vocabulary. And so we were doing the interview and talking about this bison hybrid manatee. I Googled manatee, you guys, and the picture that came up is literally a silhouette of Appa. It's just a big manatee in the ocean. I was like, that's Appa. It was crazy. So I have not gotten to meet one up close and personal, but I need to do that.
Yeah, I hope you do.
Thank you, Zach.
Not too close, though.
Not too close. I don't know. Maybe, you know.
Okay, all right. Just saying. Hello.
Hi Dante, my name is Megan. My all-time favorite movie is Hook, so I was wondering if there was any advice that Robin Williams gave you that stuck to you to this day.
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace, Robin Williams. He was such a, just a sweet, sweet soul and just a loving guy. There's a lot of things we did, so one of the things, Dead Poet Society, one of my favorite films, before I shot
That's
it.
right. That's right. Yeah, make some noise.
So me and Robin would essentially talk about poetry every morning in the makeup and hair chair, right? And we would talk about his favorite poets and all the transcendental poets and stuff that was in Dead Poets. And I would talk about the cats I was digging on, and Bukowski, and different cats. And we would talk about poetry, and he was very much just a believer of me writing my poetry. Me writing poetry led to me writing scripts and films and directing, and that's kind of what that did. But not only that, part of his support, I started a poetry venue in my living room like over 25 years ago, right? And so that poetry venue became really popular for my living room, moved around all around LA, ended up becoming the inspiration, which became Deaf Poetry Jam on HBO.
Yeah.
Went to Broadway, won a Tony. To this day, DPL Poetry Lounge is the largest weekly poetry open mic in the whole country, which people say is probably the world because it's the biggest one in America. And part of that is inspired by my relationship with Robin Williams.
Thank you.
He is a gift that keeps on. That's forever. I love it. Hello.
Hi, Dante.
Hello.
My name is Bryn. Nice to meet
Right,
you.
nice to meet you.
I was wondering what piece of writing you are most proud of that you've
Great
done.
question.
That's pretty good. Let me think. I wrote a play called Midnight Makeout Session I really loved. My latest film I directed, The Fabulous Filipino Brothers.
Yes.
I really love it. It just premiered on Hulu on Monday. It's Asian American Pacific Islander Month, you guys. And Hulu picked up my film. So if you got Hulu, go check it out, The Fabulous Filipino Brothers. But there's so many. There's I'm most proud of. There's so many poems. Here's a quick. I'll just give you. Are you a
Let's go.
writer? Yeah.
Combo.
Here's a quick little piece. It's called Advice to the Young Artist. Seek out and study with a master if you're after greatness. The aim is to be the catalyst for greatness. Forget what your name is. You should want to be good more than you want to be famous.
Those are some bars. Thank you so much.
Great. Write that down and tattoo that on something.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
Hi, Dante. My name's Jack.
What's up,
I just
Jack?
wanted to speak for all the Avatar fans here and say thank you for coming to Orlando.
See the shirt. Thanks for repping for the family.
That's right. Rep it as hard as I can. I've been watching Avatar for years. Picked up martial arts because of it. Didn't practice that for years. It's a great guide for life. I'd say it's a part of many of the choices I make. I think back to the choices that you made as you played Zuko, the choices that he made, things like that. And I was wondering, particularly the role that you played as Zuko. He was very lost majority of the time that he was within Avatar. But there was one guiding figure throughout the majority of him being lost, and that was Iroh.
Yes, Uncle Iroh.
And Uncle Iroh, yes. And I was just curious. He was quite the father figure for Zuko. I was curious, as an actor, for you personally, did you have any particular father figures that you looked up to that guided you as much as Iroh guided Zuko?
Yeah, thank you. The original character, Mako.
Of course.
Very
of course.
amazing guy. Rest in peace, Mako. He actually played my father or my uncle like 3-4 times in my career since I was 12 and throughout the years. So I would, and he's such a prolific Asian American actor. He created a theater called East West Players where I grew up and built plays and did plays in, and is the longest running theater for people of color in America. He is one of the founders of that, and so I was able to kind of check in with Mako throughout my career as I grew up from a kid to an adult. And Avatar was his last. He passed away during in between book 1 and book 2, and so he's definitely one of the father figures I looked up to in the industry as someone I can reach out to. I mean, my own father was amazing in my life and continues to be amazing in my life. So I was very. I don't really share that my dad was not Ozai at all. But that being said, I've had some tyrannical kind of like acting coaches and other people in my life that I had to kind of stand up to and get through and try and learn from and also get scarred in certain ways. So yeah, I think throughout your career, I find a lot of different mentors, and now at this age, I become mentors of some of the next generation coming up and trying to pass on. Like I said, I'm thinking like, you seek out masters, and one of the things we learned in acting is like, you seek out a master, become a master, pass it on. That's the cycle of, and it's almost like martial arts, but the same thing in any craft, especially acting. So yeah, there's a lot of guys, men and women that have become mentors in my life through acting, writing, directing, filmmaking, and so I try to pass it on to the next generation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great question.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
I'm a huge fan of Avatar and Pokemon, and I've always been kind of curious about if Pokemon can coexist with the Avatar world at the same time.
Ooh. Yeah, of course they can. There's all the elements. There's all the elements there. They're definitely bending, without a doubt.
Oh yes, because I have a very interesting theory about how the Fire Nation would be well populated with fire types.
Oh, for sure.
Pokemon might be saying so, but I always imagined Zuko would have a Charmeleon.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I love that idea. I think there should be a good crossover. I think the Fire Nation would rule, for sure.
Let's tweet that right now. Let's make that happen.
I've always thought of whenever Zuko would get upset and his Charmeleon would be near him and Zuko would be like, why are you still staying with me? And his Charmeleon would look at him in the eye with the, I'm staying with you because you're my trainer, deal with it.
I think Zuko would be a good trainer, but I'm sure Toph and Katara would be pretty good trainers themselves, so it'd be quite a battle.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great question. Hello, friend.
Hi, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Mandy. Hi.
Hi, Mandy.
I think we have 2 questions, one silly, one serious.
Let's do it.
First question, is it true that you cameoed in a Goofy movie as the Stacy guy? Stacy!
Yeah. There it is. That's actually the first line of voiceover I ever did years and years ago. Yo, Stacy, talk to me, baby. So when I did that, I don't know, you do all these things for Disney, and they came in and asked me to do some lines, and they asked me to improv some stuff. This is like mid-90s, I don't know, 95, something around there. And I don't know what the characters look like, and they asked me down to go pick up on a girl, say you start picking up on a girl or something. And so there's a song at the time from one of my favorite bands, especially at the time, called Jodeci.
That's right.
The song's called Come and Talk to Me.
Come and
Talk to me. So the beginning of the remix, he goes, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, baby. That's what it came from. I basically just did Jodeci.
Remember what I said, 90s boy band energy as a first.
That's how I was. Shout out to Jodeci.
Serious question.
Okay. Trying to figure out how to phrase this.
Remember, there are children in the room.
Who would you say is your favorite character, besides Zuko? Like, with a similar character, well, not similar character arc, but like, oh wait, I got it. Whose character arc did you like besides Zuko's? Because to be honest, Zuko's was pretty hard to
Yeah.
follow.
That's true.
I mean, I liked all the characters. I mean, I like Toph.
Yeah.
I love Toph. And I'm going through book 2 right now with Bill and me and Corey. And really, you know, Toph's such a part of the game that we think she's a part of the whole thing, and realize she comes into book 2, and then just rewatching the Blind Bandit right now and seeing where she's coming from as blind and being other abled, and then coming from a family that's also not supporting, seeing who she is, who she actually is, and then her kind of growing through that and, you know, becoming the greatest earthbender of all time. It's also a great story.
Thank you. Hello, friend.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Dante? This is my son, Iro.
What's up, Iro? What's up, Iro? Oh my God, I love that.
Earlier this week, they announced that Avatar Studios is making a Zuko movie. So I'm hoping that you were able to reprise your role.
We don't know. We'll see what happens.
Wasn't that Coy right there? He was like, I just heard about this.
It's the boy band energy, that's what it was.
Mysterious one.
My question is, what is your personal headcanon about Zuko from Avatar to Legend of Korra picking up a British voice when he grew older?
That was weird. I mean,
Was it a dragon?
no, I don't know. You know, my voice sounds so young. I remember when the auditions went out and people were calling me like, because it's like Dante Basco type, you know, voice. I'm like, I'm still alive. You know? I can do that. But he was older. And look, Mike and Brian, I have no question what they do. They're amazing. Whatever they do, I'm here for it. I'm here to, because I just think they're great guys and great minds and brilliant artists. And of course, I'd love to be a part of anything they ever do, but I'm part of the family forever, so it's like, I can't wait to see what they come up with and how they're putting it together.
Right.
Appreciate the answer.
Bye, Iro.
He's like, make me some tea.
Zuko.
Hello, Zuko's here, but I probably already know. Well,
Sort of.
I had a bit of a silly question and a serious one too, if that's okay.
Sure.
So first of all, I wanted to know, do you think Zuko ever beat Iroh in a game of Pai Sho?
No. I do not. You do not have the patience to play that game. Although I know somebody came up with like rules for Pai Sho, and I would like to find them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then my curious one was, is there a life lesson from Iroh that like you really feel like stuck with you throughout your life and that you've like used moving forward?
I mean, even when I look back at those times, I was going through a lot of crazy stuff in my life too, and doing a lot of those scenes with Mako and seeing what the character was going through. It's very fascinating that, you know, life reflects art and art reflects life, and I remember doing all the yelling stuff and I was breaking away from a bad situation. It was actually, I was doing two things at the same time. I was doing that and I was doing Jake Long, the American Dragon. Dragging it up. And as silly as it sounds, you know, I remember when Jake Long's going through, he has to go down the Dark Dragon, and I had to go do a similar thing.
Hey.
And it's like, how is this cartoon like mirroring in my life? But yeah, I think that's the great thing when you're doing art, is you're always you're in the right place at the right time. That's why you're doing what you're doing. And so use it as an artist, like use it to do your art, whether it's acting, writing, visual art, like work from where you are. And it's crazy how the universe reflects it to you. There's always lessons. I mean, Zuko has taught me so many lessons over the years. I kind of get associated with him and been able to play him. And it's like they talk to you. You know, they're like teaching you lessons as you go along. But as far as Uncle Iroh, you know, it's very just, his voice, I mean, Michael's voice still echoes in my mind all the time. And that, you know, and I tell the people, like, now it's time to ask yourself, who are you and what do you want? And that's something that I ask myself a lot as I pivot through my career. And I think about Mako and Iroh and Zuko, and like, where are you going? Like, where do you want to go? And, you know, it's led to things like directing, it's led to things like writing and producing, so, yeah.
Thank you so much.
And here's what's strong.
What are you doing here?
What's that, right?
Good evening. This is your leader. As you have heard, I'm probably one of the only core characters here who wasn't raw that the prefer the lesson was thought that nothing to quash our revolution to get Korra back in the spotlight. We cannot be stopped. Netflix has made our numbers grow stronger. We no longer have to live in fear. Its time has come for us to rise.
He's turned this into an anti-Vader rally. Right? Good job.
Okay, I got one of those things. Which sister is worse, Ailey or Zula?
Zula.
No hesitation.
Zula always lies.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate Azula. I love Azula so much. And the performance and the character is so, I love all the Azula episodes. And like I said, we got the book too where Azula comes and she comes in hot and she just can't stop, won't stop Azula. And just, I love Greta Lau, the voice actress who played
Yes.
Azula. She's so brilliant. And so, yes.
Make some noise for her.
I love her, but I hate her. I love what she is.
One more question. You played Legend of Korra, right?
Excuse me?
You played another character in Legend of Korra, General Iroh.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
Still Fire Nation.
Yes. That character always was always having me question, even as a kid when I was watching it. It always felt like they were building him up to be bigger in the series, but they always, but then they kind of as the series comes, as everyone knows that who
Spoiler.
did the other spoilers who done research on the show know that they, unlike last era, they didn't greenlight all 4 seasons, but it felt like they were building this character up. Like, do you know what?
I have no idea what they're building up, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it felt like because we had such an introduction in that, then it kind of do you know how that was like though, playing?
I didn't know. I know they wanted to bring me back, and they wanted me to be Fire Nation, and they wanted me to play my grandson, and I love that they named him General Iroh II, which was amazing. It was strange because we were trying different voices out, and I was like, because he's a big guy. I'm like, I looked at the image, I was like, Travis William should be playing this guy. And we were like, maybe I can go deeper, and I was like, different voices. And I'm like, Dante, maybe you go a little bit like this. And I was like, how's this? This is like, that's good, do that. And I'm like, that's my voice. That's Zuko.
That's how I talk.
Here we go. And I was like, this is crazy. But also, Michael Bryan loved just the community, and also was kind of like an Easter egg for the community.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, we'll do whatever. And when the first show that General Iroh II was in, they just showed us back, and he's like, they're like, this is happening. He's like, I'll be there. And then my Twitter blew up. Just that one little line. It was crazy. Right. So I love being a part of Korra and the whole, I always call them the new kids, because I went to that set to go hang out with Faustino and Barney and all them, and I'm like looking at them like, hey, you guys know we already saved the world. I don't know how y'all gonna do it. We already did it. I felt like a college kid going back to high school, looking at these kids like, what y'all about to do right now? I love the core family.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it is a testament to the writing team to craft characters that feel like they've always existed. And there is the potential for
Right.
backstory. So that's
And with the Avatar verse, there's potential for a lot of different stories.
Oh, I feel like that's a spoiler of some
No,
sort.
I don't know.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying I feel.
I feel too. I feel
Put it out
too.
there, Ethan. Hello, friend.
Hello, Dante from the Avatar series.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. My name is Clifton.
What is it?
Clifton.
Clifton.
Clifton. So, yeah, first of all, as a little kid, I always like hated Zuko. Because I was like the bad guy. But
I get
the
it.
more I watched this series until I was older, I love the character so
That's
much.
right.
So I have two questions. One funny, a little bit serious. So first one is, as watching Zuko, which episode was your favorite from the whole entire series?
The whole entire series?
Yes. Not the last time, the Airbender.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like midway through book 2 again. And again, some of it I watched years ago, so the ones that are most freshest in my mind are the ones I've watched the last year or so. Blue Spirit really jumps out at me.
Hey.
Blue Spirit.
Blue Spirit in the audience.
Blue
right
Spirit
there.
house?
See him?
Watch
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's what you were expecting?
What's your other question?
And then the other question is, if you wasn't a voice actor, right, what other profession would you do?
What don't you do? That's really.
I mean, I thought about it. I did a kind of creative my whole life, and I didn't go to college. You know, I wasn't gonna go to college. They only wanted me to go to college to act, and I'm like, I've been studying acting since I was 10. I don't want to do
You
that.
can't teach me how to do what I do.
No, I mean, I love to study and act and pursue that, but I took conservatory for 20 years, even after college days. So, but I don't know what I'd do. You know, I'm like, just be a poet, just travel the world, write poetry maybe, or I don't know. I mean, like literally, it comes a time in your career, and I talk to other actors that have been around like me, like 20 plus years, 30 plus years, and you get to a point where you're like, I can't do anything else. Like this is it. Like this is what we're doing. But I think I would just write. I love writing, so I would like maybe do poetry, write books and films, and or just a fire blog talking about the world. You know, something like that would be cool.
There you go.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You would actually open up a tea shop with your own book.
I know. Actually, me and my girlfriend are talking about opening a tea shop in LA.
Just
Y'all can check it out.
Huh. Let's go. Everybody, right now.
Yo.
Hello, friend.
Hello, my name is Jose,
What's up, Jose?
and like, I wanted to know if you were like ever planning to like voice act for like one of the video games that someone was making.
I think I'm supposed to do something like that. I don't know. There are things that there's some talks of me doing certain things. I think they're talking about the same game, right? Is there a Kickstarter for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to. I don't know when that's going down, but I'm supposed to. They reached out to my people. I think. I mean, I'd love to. It's the same. That game looks very interesting. I'd love to try to do that.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Dante.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. My name's Cyrus, and I was just wondering, what were your thoughts during the final Agni Kai?
Ooh.
I love those episodes. The finale.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. I mean, it was so beautiful. I mean, you had a lot of fights going on. You know what I'm saying? You had Ozai and Aang, you had Azula and Zuko kind of going at it. And I haven't watched it again in a bunch of years because I've literally, for the podcast, I've just been going episode to episode to really focus on what's going on. But my memory of it is so vibrant and crazy. That's the one finale we watched together as a team when the series ended at Nickelodeon LA. And my memory was just awesome, like the epicness and awesomeness of it. And I do hate Azula, but she is my sister. There's that moment. I do remember the moment he's trying to reach his hand out to her, and I wish, I don't know, who knows, in the new verse, and the continue the verse, I would love to see Azula have a redemption arc, because I think, she's an amazing character. But when I go back and watch how just evil she is from a child, I keep watching it, and I'm watching it as me, just as an audience, as a fan member, Dante, but also as like someone who plays Zuko, and I'm like, tell me, my Zuko stuff, like, that's your little sister, man. Don't let your little sister punk you as kids. She's punky as a kid.
It's not gonna get any better.
It's not gonna get any better. No, she goes from punking you like, I'm just gonna kill you. Like, what?
And she meant it.
And she really meant it.
Okay, so I have to be the bad guy in the moment. I apologize. We are running out of time. So we really only have time for one more thing, and it can't be a question because Dante does something amazing on TikTok, and he's gonna do this for y'all right now.
Yo, you guys, who watches my TikTok? Who watches Residual Check Lottery? Guess what? I've been shooting a movie for the last 6 weeks in New York, and they sent my mail out, and guess what was in the mail? Let's do my first live Residual Check Lottery. For people that don't know what that is, actors that we've been acting a long time, you get residual checks from when something plays on, who knows, overseas or on a streamer, and it could be anything from over the last 35 years of my career. And these checks come in, and they could be, you know, how we judge these checks is what your boy can have for dinner tonight.
There it is.
Sometimes we can have steak and lobster. Sometimes we're eating Taco Bell. I don't know what we can get here in Orlando. Maybe y'all can give me some, you know,
There's
advice.
a Denny's across the street.
So
We can
let's
make
see.
it work.
I don't know. Let's see what. Let's just grab one. Just grab a random check. I don't know.
Right.
Hopefully it's something I remember. What
Give me some drum noise right now.
Let's see
Come
what
on, let's hear it.
This is from a movie called The Perfect Weapon.
Hey!
You know The Perfect Weapon? I wish I had known. The Perfect Weapon is a film I did for Paramount. Paramount Pictures. Years ago, with a guy named Jeff Speakman. It was a Kempo karate film. We had a 3-picture deal, but we only did one movie. It came out. It's actually pretty fun, but for you Avatar fans out there, I talked about this earlier. This is the first time you'll be able to see Mako and me on screen together. We'll get Uncle Iroh and Zuko Box. He plays my uncle in that film. It's called The Perfect Weapon. So check that out.
Yeah.
And
We doing
the
for
grand total check for this is years. I don't know what year this is. This is probably, oh my god, it might be 80s. It might be
Okay. Oh.
might be like 88, 89, something like
That's
that.
about right.
All right. But the grand total is $34.07. What are we eating tonight, Victor? $34.77. I mean, what are the options in Orlando, y'all? What can we get for it all? Jollibees? Did the Jollibee Orlando? That's a big Jollibee out there, boy.
Checkers? Are you trying to get in on this? Okay.
So yeah, I got some finding out to do for my $34 tonight in Orlando. Thank you guys.
Of course, of course. Megacon, listen, all you guys that were still in line, find him at his table and ask your question in a one-on-one personal space. That way you'll still get the interaction and still get the love, right? And you guys definitely have love for Dante, and I want to hear it right now. Megacon, make some noise!